Meet the drone swarms that can think like a wolf pack. In the desert of Utah's Dugway Proving Ground, the Army trained for the future war under the watchful eyes of a drone wolf pack. The Experimental Demonstration Gateway Exercise, EDGE, 22 ran from April 25th through May 13th, and the task at its center was figuring out how soldiers will work and fight alongside a swarm. A drone swarm is almost like a disaggregated airplane, by putting sensors and weapons on many separate little aircraft. Each with their own wings and engines and directions, the military can still scout and attack from the sky, while having the built-in redundancy that comes from a multitude of drones. The exercise featured 4 swarms of up to 7 drones each. Being able to guide that many drones with a single human operator is a major step towards making drone swarms viable as a tool of war. Every soldier piloting a drone is a soldier less capable of immediately responding to threats nearby, and controlling drones as a swarm allows one swarm director to do the work that would have previously taken 7 remote pilots. This is all what the Army referred to as the Wolf Pack. Meanwhile, it discusses the various abilities of the drones using the jargon of Air Launch Effects, ELE. At Edge 22, soldiers with the 82nd Airborne launched the swarms in 4 waves. First a scouting wave, then a second scouting wave designed to overwhelm enemy ability to track and detect, followed by a third wave with weapons or drones that could direct artillery and missiles, and a 4th wave that did post-battle assessment, a kind of scouting in reverse. The exercise featured people from across the Department of Defense, included soldiers from Canada, Italy, and Germany, and was watched by observers from 3 additional European countries and Australia. Related, the Army is launching drones from dune buggies. Here's why. Edge 22 marked the largest ALE swarm to date, maxing out at 7 in one swarm, with only 1 pilot on the ground needed to execute the swarm's tasks, said the Army in a release. That layered capability will provide commanders real-time decision-making, while keeping soldiers out harm's way, allowing for a situation to develop until ground forces are absolutely needed. The drones were launched from airborne helicopters and racks mounted on trucks. A swarm that can be put into the sky from vehicles on the ground lets the Army operate with overhead scouting even if it has no friendly aircraft flying nearby. By also deploying drones from helicopters, it showed that swarms can cover not just extra scouting in advance and aerial attack, but that the swarms themselves can fly out and catch early anti-aircraft fire, exhausting stockpiles of missiles before the crewed aircraft get close. The specific drones used in the swarm were all TS-600s, a tube-launched drone that works with modular payloads. This allows the drones to be outfitted with specific sensors for a given mission, jammers to counter other drones, or even explosive payloads, so the drone can be turned into a switchblade-like weapon. Related, how drones are helping fuel propaganda in Ukraine. Drones are by no means just a U.S. tool. Irregular and insurgent forces have adapted drones for flurry attacks in the past, using multiple UAVs to overwhelm anti-air defenses. In Syria in 2018, insurgent-launched drones struck a Russian airbase. It's a kind of threat that existing anti-air weapons at the time could mitigate, but only at the cost of expensive missiles. The ongoing war in Ukraine has seen drones used for combat, with many scouting drones guiding artillery on both sides, and with loitering munitions like the U.S.-supplied Switchblade drone featuring in direct attacks. Countering drones depends on what equipment the attack forces have on hand, from hoping the drone is low enough for a rifle to shoot it, or, if so equipped, using a focus antenna jammer to disable the vehicle in the sky. Swarms, by nature composed of multiple aircraft, make drones a threat that's even harder to manage. Even if the swarm is just several drones scouting, the data sharing between drones and human operators could let one scout provide the exact coordinates to target for an entire battery of artillery. What we're seeing with drones is they're extending our reach even further. We've got to make sure our concept align with that technology, and make sure that since our drones can go that far, can we communicate that far? Can we sense that far? Can we operate in a tough neighborhood that far? Said Major General Walter Wally Ruggin in a release. A new kind of technology developed by a Kiev-based firm can remotely control military drone swarms and can equip land robots with a single controller. ARC Robotics is working on an intelligent operating system and conducting trials on an embryo of such a system with Ukraine's ground forces. The Intelligent Frontier OS operating system runs across drone onboard computers, servers, and interfaces and can revolutionize the autonomous fleet. The integrated platform for large-scale operations connects multiple systems across all domains. Engineers must complete the setup and administer their drone fleet for the deployment. Then, the fleet will be ready to operate across complex missions with video game-like control. Latest system can streamline drone operations. We are working with liberal democracies around the world to help them integrate and operate autonomous systems at scale. Squads, swarms, and tactical level command and control delivered as a full-stack integrated solution for a wide range of defense and border protection use cases, said Arc Robotics in a statement. Every drone needs one operator, and complicated drones need 2 or 3 operators. However, the latest system can streamline drone operations and reduce operational costs. The unifying interface by Arc Robotics allows drones and UGVs made by different makers to work together under control of operators seated in control rooms miles away from the action site.